That away. Come on, keep going. There we go. There we go. Nice going. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I am Dalton. This is Armstead Farms. And we are getting to work. This week, I will be playing more of a herdsman. Got some people on vacation, which means I'm doing more breeding, more cow work, still gonna do some crop work. You'll see that later on in the video, but it just means that, like I said, I'll be doing more breeding, stuff like that. So, gotta keep an extra eye on heats. Today is our heavy breeding day. We give shots on Tuesday. We loot our cows on Tuesday to bring them into heat. So most of them come into heat on Thursday and Friday. I got crap all over my face already. Yesterday, I think I ended up breeding 11. Today will probably be a lot bigger day than that. Generally, Friday is our biggest day. So, we're gonna breed cows. The field dried out where we fixed that tile the other day. So I gotta take the drill over there after I'm done cleaning barn and going through cows. Finish drilling that, get the drill cleaned up, get that put in the shed, ready for cover crops. We also bought 4 10-wheeler loads of dry hay. That's at a farm 10-15 minutes from here. So we gotta run and get those this morning as well. Busy day. Thanks for joining. Tag along, follow the chaos. Yeah, see what happens, guys. Well, Grandpa decided he was gonna come over and finish up here, so I just brought over the seed, make sure he's got enough. You can see where that tile was fixed down there. He's not sinking in at all, but it definitely still has color to it. But it's dried out enough. He's not spinning or, dropping it in or anything like that. So he's got it about half done. It looks like another down and back, and we will put the bow on it officially. So that's pretty exciting. Side note, I know I've talked about this like 3 different times, but I absolutely love the view from the top of this field. This woods right here was for sale a couple years ago for an outrageous price. I should have just bit the bullet and bought it, but somebody else did, and it's now their campsite with this beautiful view. I should have bought it and built a house here, but when I say outrageous, I mean outrageous. But that's how it goes. But yeah, he's probably happy down there hammering away. The nice part about when you finish up with alfalfa is we just go down through and vacuum the little bit of seed out that's left. But you don't have to be as picky, because I know that, in a month we're going to be out drilling cover crops. So if there's a handful of alfalfa seed left in it, it's not a big deal. It'll just end up going in with the triticale and wheat. So it's not the end of the world. But we'll still go down through. We've got a little air vacuum and suck it out and put it in an empty bag for next year, what little bit we've got. All right, so it is the last pass here. I am gonna ride down through on the back of the drill and just keep an eye on these seeds here. That way, if it gets a little low in a spot, I can kind of jockey it around with my hand versus putting another bag in and then having that much more to suck out. So, you can kind of see we had that FS seed in there, and we bought 1 more bag of cropland, I ended up buying like 4 more bags of cropland. So that yellow seed is FS, the purple seed is the cropland. So we're kind of getting a little mixture down here to finish her out. But yeah, this is the best way to just ensure you're gonna not run out for a row or something. That's always frustrating when that happens. I'd be curious to walk into that corn and see where that's at. All the silks are brown, big ears. I'm sure it's not ready to chop, but I bet you it's further along than we would think. It's been one heck of a growing year. Moisture, heat, more heat, more heat, more heat. All right, back at the shop. We got 6 extra bags to return, so I'm gonna leave that here until we get a few minutes. We can go and drop that off at some point, probably next week. And this skid steer's gotta have a battery, but right now I gotta go chop up some straw, some feed straw. So that's what we're headed to do. All right, so slight change of plans. Shocker, that's dairy farming. I've got a cow that is down, recently fresh, with milk fever. So we are gonna give her a bottle of calcium. We're gonna give her a bottle of dextrose. Boom. And we're gonna give her a bottle of Amino Plus. Boom. Gonna IV that. Probably give her a tube of calcium gel as well, just to try to really light the fire into her here. She's down out back of the parlor, so gonna go see if we can get that taken care of right quick. Never fun, never fun. So just a little bit of my background here right quick. So I mainly do crop stuff here. I start every day with cows. I did go to school for 2 years for dairy cattle management. So my background is actually more cow related than crop related. Grew up on a tie stall farm. We milked 80 cows. My dad kind of showed me how to do everything, which was good. That was the most useful tool you can get as a young farmer. Growing up like that, you're able to learn the cow side of things, the crop side of things, the business side of things. So I went to school for dairy cattle management because at the time we were planning on coming home and working there. So I know how to do this cow stuff. I just don't do it as often. My father-in-law is the primary cow guy. But like I said, this week, with him not being around, we are gonna take care of this kind of stuff. What do you think, girl? Huh? Not feeling so hot, are ya? No. We're gonna get you up, though. We're gonna get her up. Watch this. So yeah, grew up on the tie stall farm, went to college, came back home. A couple years later, milk price was low, too many mouths to feed. We ended up selling our cows. Went to work for a large dairy on crop side of things. Learned the crop side of things. Then that's when we moved out here to Western New York. Worked here for about a year. Ended up going to work for another large dairy where I managed all their crops for 4 years. We were managing 8,000 acres at the time. Now they're milking almost double the cows than when I was there then. They're milking a lot more cows, got a lot more acres than even when I was there. But that's when I made the decision, started having kids. Decided that was a little too labor intensive. Wanted to be able to spend more time with the kids, raise the kids on the farm. So we came back home here and we've been here now. This is going into our 4th year already. So that's where my cropping background comes from is, I've worked at those large dairies and just had more experience with that side of things, but I still love the cows just as much. I actually think the cow side's a little more rewarding. Stuff like this. Give me a minute. We're about to see what rewarding will look like because we're going to get this girl up. But yeah, I think with cows, you see the results of your work a lot faster. Cow goes down, you breed cows, stuff like that, they get up. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion, but give me a minute here. All right, guys, I got her all IV'd. Gave her everything she needed. I'm giving her a few minutes. She's still a little bit shaky. So I'm gonna let her hang out, just get a little bit of rest, let that stuff settle in. While I'm doing that, I am gonna go chop up some straw. Caleb's down here stacking bales right now. We ended up getting 4 loads of dry hay from a neighbor. It's pretty nice looking stuff, second cutting grass. So he's stacking that in here. I have to go take this to the 4840. I got that hooked onto the bale grinder, but it's got a PTO adapter to go from large 1,000 to small 1,000 because it was on our slinger. Slinger's a small 1,000, bale grinder's a big 1,000. So I just walked over, got the wrench. I got to get that pulled off. Looks like he's still got, I don't know, 20 bales or so there to stack. So I got a few minutes anyways, but that's what we're up to. I was maybe a little cocky with that cow. I thought for sure she was gonna hop right up, but she's just a little bit shaky. So like I say, we'll let that calcium really work into her system, that sugar, those minerals, and I'm still 95% sure in the next hour she's gonna be up. We'll see how it goes. They're still building the dam over here. They've got themselves a heck of a circle, but that whole bottom wall is gone out of the lagoon now. You can see they're digging where that was, and the dam is almost full height now, so we're doing pretty good. I just slid this on here because the bale grinder was up back. I just didn't want that to fall on the ride down, so I kind of slid that on. But not a ton of room in here. All right, that's all set. So we've got a 1090 roto grind. The way this works, there's a big set of flails in there that spin. Well, here, let's just a second, bear with me. So there's these set of flails here, and up there is a shear bar. So all this does is this gets to spinning, and it grinds the hay up right against that shear bar. So we flipped these about 2 years ago. You can see how the one side is really worn down and the other side's still pretty solid. This is the side that goes against that shear bar, I believe. Yeah, so that's the leading edge. So you can see how much that got wore out. That got wore out previously. We bought this used off of actually the big dairy that I worked for out of college. So this chopped a lot of material in its previous life. Now it chops 20 bales a week of just straw. So should last us a really long time for what we're using it for. It's a solid machine. The hay buster's a better machine, but the hay buster comes with 10 times the price tag, and really we don't chop enough material to justify a machine that big. So, and a 1090 is actually the bigger model. I think there's a 790. There might even be one smaller, I'm not sure, but I know this is kind of the biggest roto grind last time I checked that they made. So it is a workout for the 4840. We used to actually have an 8640 that we put on it. Last fall the clutch went out in that tractor, PTO stopped spinning. I thought it was going to catch on fire. So that tractor is currently held up for a little while. It's very much low on the priority list. Maybe this winter we can pull that tractor in and split it and see where we're at with it. But for now, the 4840 gets the job done. It's kind of my hillbilly locking system, but it works. The wind is not exactly cooperating here. I think it's going in the barn and actually trying to push the straw back towards me. So I took that flapper and kind of angled it down a little bit. It's kind of a pain when we've got so much straw here. I can't back up quite as far as I'd like to, but I just chop a big pile there and just push it to the back. It's not the end of the world. This 4840, recently rebuilt. I think it was last spring we put a new motor in that tractor. I will go back through, I believe I have a TikTok video that's a time lapse of us putting the motor in. If I do, I'll try to throw that in. But it's a solid starter, solid runner, good running tractor now. It's handy for stuff like this on the farm, chopping straw, running the manure pump, you know, stuff like that, manure slingers, bush hog. So it's a super handy tractor to have. This is that dry hay that we bought off the neighbor. Boy, is that some sweet looking stuff. Looks like it's got quite a bit of clover in it. Clover and grass. So we will use this. All of our wean calves get free choice grain and dry hay. So they're gonna really enjoy this stuff here. That's got good color, clover, grass. Yeah, that's good stuff there. All right, well, the cornmeal truck came. Generally they bring cornmeal on a dump trailer, but this time they brought it on an auger truck. He backed right in front of where I was loading. So I said, you know what? It's 11:45. I'll shut him down. I'll head to lunch. When I get back, I'll chop more. So I guess that project turned into an afternoon project. I got 10, 12 bales done. I could probably just stop there. That'd be enough to get us into next week, but I don't know, if we're not overly busy this afternoon, I'll fire that machine up and chop another 10, 15. Just be done with it, but oh well, head home, get a sandwich, I guess. A sandwich, hell yeah, sandwich. All right, guys, it's after lunch now. Just got all the cows bred. I didn't, I assisted. We had a little bit of help from Uncle Pete today. Those of you guys who know the Holstein breed are very familiar with Pete Dupengeyser, the ransom rail prefix. So he wasn't busy today and was more than happy to more than willing to lend a helping hand. He came over and we ended up breeding, I think, 15 cows. So thank you, Pete. Appreciate your help. Lifesaver. I'm gonna go back and finish chopping that straw up now. All right, guys, we are down chopping straw again. My third attempt to getting this stuff done today. Sweating like a pig. It's like 85 and muggy out. But this should finish out the day. It's 5 o'clock. Update on that cow. Unfortunately, my optimism was it couldn't will her through. She's alive, she's setting up, she's eating, she's drinking. I have been unable to get her to stand up on her own. Unfortunately, guys, that's reality when it comes to milking cows. And I'm still very optimistic she's going to get up and she's going to be just fine. The reason for my optimism, she's still in good spirits. How do I know a cow is in good spirits? Because the cow's trying. The minute a cow gives up, you're done. I'm assuming it's that way with any large animal. Horses, you know, animals in zoos, anything like that. You got a sick animal that gives up, it's all over with. This cow's still trying. I IV'd her more fluids tonight. We gave her some antibiotics. We lifted her up with our hip slings manually, just to get the blood into her legs, keep her from getting dead leg, stuff like that. She's gonna be all right. I'm very optimistic about it. She's just not up yet. And you know, part of me thought, you know, I'll just cut that clip out of the video. This is real life. I'm just gonna be open. I'm gonna be honest. We tried. She's not up yet. But, and you know, it's nothing that we did. She got milk fever. Milk fever in cows, guys, is just a deficiency of calcium. Similar to when a pregnant woman gets preeclampsia. They're two very different things, but it's nothing that they did that caused it. You know, they got, you know, a woman with preeclampsia will get high blood pressure, protein in her urine, stuff like that has to be heavily monitored. And when a cow gets milk fever, it's the same thing. They're deficient in something. We supplement them with it. I IV'd calcium right into her jugular, right in, you know, intravenous. We also gave her sugars, an aminoplex mix, which is just a bunch of different vitamins, minerals, stuff like that. We gave her a calcium gel tube. That gets calcium into their gut, into their bloodstream that way. And from there, you just got to be patient. But I put some dry hay in front of her. She's eating that. She's drinking water. She will get up. Just not today. So that's the reality of it, guys. That's farming. That's dairy farming. That's taking care of any large animal. That's the way it is. So we're going to finish up chopping straw here, and I think we're going to get out of here for the day. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope we didn't depress you too bad with that cow, but just showing you the day-to-day real-life stuff. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Share it out. We hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks.